Hey everyone. So I've gotten a couple questions on these last couple slides of the first assignment this week, the 19.2 Standard Form Quadratics assignment. So I was just going to go over about how to get these tables started and then how to plot the points. All right. So we have this equation here. We have to create the table and then plot the points. So what I want to do first actually is figure out the vertex. We don't really know what numbers to use as our x's unless we find that vertex first. So we're going to want to do that first. How we do that is we use this formula, negative b over 2a. That'll give us the x value of the vertex. All right. And what is b and a? Well, our equation here, 3x squared plus 12x plus 16. Remember, a is 3, b is 12, c is 16. So I'll just put little a, b, and c underneath those. Okay. So when I put these into this formula, it's going to be negative. That negative, stays along here, and then I just put in 12 for b, so that the 12 becomes a negative 12 because of the formula, and then 2 times a, which is 3. I'll just go ahead and put 3 in parentheses to show the multiplication. Use a dot if you wanted to, it doesn't matter. All right, so negative 12 over 6, and negative 12 divided by 6 is negative 2. So that's the x value of the vertex. So I'm going to go ahead and put that in here. Okay, and then to get the other x values, we just kind of go backward. So we just count backward here, all right, going up the table. And then to get these, we just count forward as we go down the table. So there we go. All right, so those are x values we should use. And then to get the y values, we're going to have to plug these x values into the equation. All right, so let me show you what that would look like. So let me put in negative 4 into the equation, and we'll see what that looks like. So, oops. All right, so 3 times negative 4 squared, right? I'm replacing x every time I see it with negative 4. That's that first um, x value in the table. All right, and then plus 12 times putting in negative 4 for x, and then plus 16. And then we just have to calculate this. You could use, you can click on the link to Scientific Calculator to bring up Desmos to do that. So let me do that. This is going to disappear, okay? But I'll go ahead and type that into Desmos here. Let me clear that. So we're going to have 3 and then parentheses negative 4. But you can just use the minus here. That works. And then a squared gives you a little square. That's the easiest way to do it. And then plus 12 times parentheses negative 4. And then plus 16. And let's see what we get here. Okay, well, it's interesting. We get 16, so these must kind of cancel each other out here, and we just have 16. All right, so now what we do is we put in 16 here, and then we're going to actually drag this point. Well, you could do all the table. You could do the table at first if you wanted to, but I'm going to go ahead and drag the point. Now, be careful dragging these points. If you sort of click on them first, you get all these boxes and they're kind of hard to move then, and you might accidentally do something like this, like, whoa, make it huge. If that happens, you can just go up to Edit and then Undo, or Control Z, or for using a Mac, Command Z. That does just basically takes whatever you just did and undoes it. It's a handy thing to be familiar with, no matter what you're doing on a computer. All right, so but if what I would suggest is click somewhere else so those boxes aren't appearing, and then sort of drag it like that. Okay. Um, or if you do have the boxes around it, just make sure you have the little cross showing. So the little cross, you don't want the individual little arrows showing. Okay, so it's a little hard to grab. And so we want to put this on negative 4, 16. So here's negative 4 and 16 there, right? So negative 4, 16. All right. Okay, I'll do one more. And then pretty much the rest is going to be a very similar process to what I'm showing you here. So let me get -3 with a y value when x equals -3 here. So um, we got 16 for that one. All right, so f of -3, that would be 3 times -3 squared plus 12 times -3 plus 16. Going a little faster on this one, but again, you're just putting in -3 into where x goes, and I'm going to go ahead and put that into my scientific calculator here. So clear this, and I'm going to go ahead and enter this just a little bit faster. You can use the keyboard too. I kind of showed it using this these keys down here just since it's on a video here, but if you feel confident, you can just type this in using a keyboard also. All right, and so we get 7. All right, so 7. And then we're going to go ahead and drag this over to -3, 7. So like right there. It kind of does this funky thing at first, I noticed. So I'm actually going to make a little adjustment. Oh, it's still doing the funky thing. Don't worry about that too much, just as long as you're close. I'm a little bit off there. That's okay. All right, so -3, 7. And then you just continue to do that. We're probably going to get a parabola, that kind of dips down here at -2 and then goes back up. All right, if you have any other questions, let me know. That is it for the video response. I only got one question this week. So feel free, though, next week to shoot me an email if you have questions, because I can do these videos and post them up by at least Friday and answer questions you had about the assignments. All right. Take care, guys.